Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today we have Space Marines of the WhiteScars chapter, led by none other than Khosrow Khan, and their allied detachment of Eldar, who've come to help them out take on Urian Rakarth's Coven of Pain and Destruction. So we're playing Kill Points, another very hard matchup for the DarkEldar, kind of like a rematch that everybody's asking for. We rolled it though, so here it is. Big guns never tire. So in deployments, big 10-man warrior unit. I'll be putting the pictures up. Splinterborn, Urian and his Iraq, they're actually fearless. 2 Talos, 10 Racks, Witches and Witches in the Venoms, 10 Warriors, Blasterborn in that Venom, and of course the Razorwing in reserve. We have a 5-man troop bike unit with 2 grav guns and a power sword. We have 5-man back squad with 2 grav guns, 5-man bike squad with 2 melter guns, 2 attack bikes with multi-melters, command squad, or bike squad with a power lance and 2 flamers, 2 single typhoons, and as an allied detachment, 3 warwalkers with dual scatter laser, a wave serpent up to the 9s with 10 dire avengers with an exarch, and 6 jet bikes with 2 cannon with a farseer who rolled guide, doom, and misfortune. Okay. Matt is going to roll to seize the initiative. It is night fight, turn 1. Will he seize? And he doesn't. We'll be back right after DarkEldar 2-1. Check out this board. Looks awesome. We kind of cinematically placed it. Kind of neat. Forging the narrative. That's what it's all about. Urian Rakarth leads the charge. The whole entire DarkEldar army moved to this flank to focus on the 2 attack bikes and the squad with the flamers with the Khan. They killed all the bikes, including the attack bikes for first blood, all the bikes, and put 2 wounds on the Khan. He passed his last invulnerable save to survive. While he will have to take a morale test. Does he fall back? He doesn't. On this flank, the Blasterborn fall back to the onslaught of all this right here, and they failed to kill any bikes in the grav gun unit. We're moving on to WhiteScars and Eldar, turn 1. What will happen? We will see. There's a lot of firepower coming my way. This is the end of Space Marine turn 1, and the Khan has bravely charged into Urian Rakarth and his racks after the Wave Serpent blew up their raider. So first, we have a Hammer of Wrath, initiative 10 at strength 5. D3 Hammer of Wrath attacks.
He will get 3.
3 Hammer of Wrath attacks at strength 5, needing 4s to wound Urian. 2 wounds. Urian has a 6-up save, so he's taking his 6-up. And he's taking Feel No Pains. He passes none. He has 1 wound remaining. I'm going to roll for his clone field, of course, sir. And I roll a 2. It'll be simultaneous. I like it. Okay, so the Khan gets 3 attacks plus 1 for charging. 4.
He still does have both pistol close combat weapon. Bikes do not take it away.
Go.
So he has 5. He has
5 attacks.
6.
He needs 3 to hit me.
Alright.
And I will negate 2 of those hits.
Alright.
Thanks to my clone fields. Strength 5. Needing a 4 to wound.
No.
And he doesn't. Urian Rakarth is alive. Urian Rakarth gets 4 attacks. Needing 4s to hit. He is strength. He's got a poison weapon, 4 up with strength 5, so he needs 3s to wound. Sorry, poison weapon 3 up. It's 1 armor save against the Khan, and he's okay. Urian Rakarth and the Khan locked in combat till next turn. And the land speeders moved up, fired at Urian's raider, and actually failed to kill it through the night fighting. The Khan charged in combat, did 2 wounds with Hammer of Wrath, and Urian is still alive with 1 wound at the beginning of the DarkEldar turn. He regenerates a wound. The bikers in a line here fired everything into that venom, and only 1 hull point was stripped away, while all the other bikes turbo boost to overload the flank and put some pressure on the DarkEldar lines. In the back, the fire support, dire avengers with the Wave Serpent, and the War Walkers have moved into position that they can be of use later in the game. One warrior down here died in the explosion of Urian's Raider, and I have a Razor Wing to come in on a 3+. And it shows up. End of DarkEldar turn 2. We're going to do the combat before anything else happens. Urian Rakarth is going to activate his clone field and make 3 clones.
Alright.
3 clones. He only has 4 attacks now.
Yes.
Okay, so Khan has 4 attacks now.
Needing freeze.
Freeze to hit, and he negates 2. Urian gets his 4 attacks, needing 4s to hit. 1 hit, needing 3s to wound. Cocked. 1 wound, 1 armor save for the Khan, and he's fine. No shooting, do anything to the Typhoons. Everything else kind of moved up to stay out of range of doom and misfortune, except for that 1 lone venom. And then I shot a lot. As you can see, 1 whole bike unit has gone down, and all the Eldar jet bikes have gone down except for the Farseer. The Razor Wing moved up, immobilized and put a hull point on the Wave Serpent, and blew up and immobilized wrecked and immobilized one of the Wave Serpents with its missiles. That's one of the reasons why I like my Razor Wing. And we're moving on to Space Marine Eldar turn 2.
At
the end of the combat phase, he's going to hit and run. He's going to hit and run, get out of here, and he does. Okay, Khan, combat phase of Space Marine turn 2 is going to try and charge again. So I'm going to liquefy him first of all. And I do 2 hits at the liquefy gun that is AP 4, needing 5s to wound with the liquefy gun. No wounds, and I am going to use Urian Rakarth's Casket of Flensing once per game use, so 2d6 shots, that's 4 shots at strength d6, strength 6 at AP d6, AP 1. So 4, strength 6, so hitting on 6s, no hits. Okay, Khan's gonna get in.
Managed to get there.
He does, and he's gonna hammer wrath some guy right here. Blah! Okay. D3 hits.
2. Wounding on 4.
Nothing. Urian Rakarth. I will. Urian Rakarth accepts the challenge. Ah! Okay, so Khan gets his 5 attacks again. Same initiative as always.
Okay. Going to roll your clone field.
Oh, that's right. Clone field first. Urian makes 2 clones. 3s to hit. Ooh, nicely done.
All hits.
So 2 taken away for the clone field. So you roll 3 to wound. 3 rolling to wound.
At 4+.
Oh,
1
there's 1. That's it.
Death.
He chops Urian Rakarth's head off. We'll be back right after this. Good thing Urian Rakarth still gets to attack back. We might have a complete slobber knocker here where they knock each other out. Urian needs 4s to hit before he gets decapitated. 3. Needing 3s to wound with his poison weapon. 3 armor saves for the Khan. And he's down! They both kill each other, gaining both Warlord, except thanks to Khan's points, he gets an additional D3 over Warlord. So he gains another... he gets 2 points for killing Urian Rakarth. Urian Rakarth's Grotesques rolled a 1, went crazy, blew up the Raider, killed 10 out of the warriors, who fell back in horror and pinned the Rex, which then meant that they weren't able to go up there, and I wasn't able to deal with both land speeders, only 1. But that was hilarious. The Khan comes in, decapitates Urian, the Grotesques go crazy and kill everything around them, which was awesome. On this flank, the blasters failed to kill the Farseer. I did kill 3 out of that unit and wiped out that other unit, and the snap shooting Razor Wing failed to do anything to the Wave Serpent. Now we're moving on to Eldar Space Marine turn. Nothing happened to that venom. Grav guns killed all 3 of the misfortuned Trueborn. The Wave Serpent finally took out the last hull point off the Razor Wing. The Land Speeder failed to kill the Raider, only putting 1 hull point on it. And the War Walker failed to kill the Raider. It can only snap shoot next turn. And right now, the Space Marines are actually winning because of, I believe, kill points by 1 point. So, we're moving on to DarkEldar turn 4. Shooting from the Venom and then this Venom over here killed that one lone biker. Shooting from the Trueborn Venom killed the Farseer. The Trueborn didn't even get to shoot. The Witches disembarked from their wounded Venom, charged in with Haywire grenades and wrecked it, as well as I failed to pen that Warwalker with a snapshot from the Raider. Other than that, DarkEldar pulled a little bit into the lead again. We're moving into Eldar Space Marine turn 4. No more Space Marines. The Space Marines have effectively been tabled, so now it's just Eldar turn 4. Shooting saw this Raider explode, kill 4. They fell back, also killing 2 Witches who held, and the Serpent Shield killed the Venom, getting him another couple of kill points there. Now we're moving on to DarkEldar turn 5. Could be the end of the game. It's definitely neck and neck here, as he's just trying to rake up kill points. I hid a lot of my stuff, staying out of range of the Serpent Shield. My Witches boosted up behind that bunker. Only that can see it. So now we're moving on to Eldar turn 5. Got 1 penetrating hit on the Venom that jinked it, and then the Serpent Shield did nothing to the Rex. So now we're moving on to... Does it go on? We shall roll. And it doesn't! Game is over. We're gonna have to count. It's damn close. And it's been counted up. And at the end, the Space Marines have taken it with 7 kill points. Warlord and the extra point for Khan's Warlord. That's what got it right there. I got 10 kill points, First Blood, and Warlord. So by 1 little point, it was close one. The DarkEldar have failed to hold the Eldar from their plans. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you check out the YouTube channel that you should be on right now if you're watching the video, the podcast channel, blog, and of course the Facebook page. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do the things that make me care. Just have a good one.
Please hang up and try again.
Hello and welcome to another Tactical Corner. So first, the table. Went down to Nexus Gaming in Kingston, Ontario. We set up this great thematic board, and I was playing against WhiteScars with Eldar allies. A very nasty army. Hadn't actually played the army before. And of course, hammer and anvil deployment, I decided to deploy very aggressively. The plan was, if he decided to scout forward aggressively, to move back and use the board, but he ended up not moving forward. So I shifted to one side and just blasted the one flank to shreds, leaving only the Khan with 1 rune remaining alive. In retaliation, he overloaded the other flank and used his land speeders to really put pressure on my force. While gung-hoing with the Khan, he almost killed Uri and Rakarth without any retaliation. And the one flank really proved to be a lot of pressure, forcing me to start dealing with them accordingly and really making me focus fire. Now, my fire was relatively effective, and having the Razorwing show up and deal with the threat that I couldn't really see, I really needed to try to take out that Wave Serpent. Wiping out all the Eldar bikes really helped me this game, as anytime you see Eldar bikes, they have to go down. The Razorwing shooting didn't prove as effective as possible, and the hit and run from the Khan was something that I was expecting. He kind of tried to encircle me and move in to put pressure on my main force, and knowing that it was kill points, he just kind of focused on the easy to kill targets, and that was very smart on his behalf. You know, the Venoms, the small Trueborn unit of Blasterborn, the Raiders, basically just slowly whittling away my tanks. Now, killing the Uri and Rakarth and having my Grotesque explode and basically have a 4-point kill point swing in one roll was incredible. I've never seen that happen, and it was absolutely phenomenal. But that really changed the game, having the Khan go in, kill Urien, have the Grotesque explode, kill a Raider, wipe out an entire unit of warriors, and kill themselves. So the game just continued. It was very tactical, a lot of movement based. Eventually he just got rid of all my transports, and I was unable to really deal with the lone Wall Walker that was walking around blowing up a tank a turn, and the Wave Serpent that, even though in its position with its long range Serpent Shield, was able to deal with a lot of my tanks. In retrospect, I should have moved on that position sooner and kind of let the bikes have pressure from the Talos. Thanks a lot for listening. This is Skari. You've listened to the Tactical Corner.